What's up, guys? This is Nick for the New England Weatherlife.ning.com with the weather update as of Friday evening. It's 5:30 in the evening right now, and let's take a look what's going on with the weather. Current surface 500 millibar pattern analysis showing what we're talking about. I talked about it in yesterday's video about how we're going to be talking about basically the trough digging in. Here's a trough. And basically, as you can see, it's digging into our region, and so it's basically been providing this relatively, normal late winter, early spring pattern of 40-degree temps in a lot of spots, and it's been keeping the cold air basically out of us. Where the cold air is over the central U.S., indicated there's no troughing back in here. And that, in my opinion, that's going to be affecting us as we go through time. Temps will be warming. So by the time we get to 24 hours out, you can see how things have changed a little bit. Basically, a lot of weakening going on with the trough. Well, a lot of weakening going on with the trough. You're talking about it's actually heading south. Here's the trough. And look how it's headed south. Actually condensing over the southern mid-Atlantic. Your warmth is streaming up in from the Gulf of Mexico, from the southern U.S., and it's basically heading towards New England. Take you out to 48 hours. By the time we get to Sunday, look at that. You've got warm air in most spots, and let's see if I can just show you what's going on. Pretty much all of our eastern and central nation in a big warming trend by the time we get to Sunday. And basically the way we're looking at things right now, that's going to continue till Monday. Look how temps are warming into the 50s. Let's take a look at the temperature analysis for a second here. And let's take you out to Monday. And basically look at that. This is actually Tuesday. Look what's going on here. If I can see the temp contours for a sec. Alright. So that's basically 60-degree temps, which we probably haven't seen for a long time. That's basically 60-degree temps, making it all the way well up into Virginia, and even into Ohio you've got these 60-degree temps. So that is indicative that you've got a lot of warming that's going on there. And then you go through time, and by the time we get to Wednesday, there's still going to be radial cooling in the nighttime hours every day, even next week. But even with that, we should still be pretty warm out there. And I can take you back to the 500 millibar analysis here. And of course, we're still watching that potential for a storm by the time we get to March 10th. And basically, I'm talking about the time frame, probably extending it all the way to March 13th at this point. So let's just take a look at the models. Let's take a look at the GFS precip. If I can find the GFS precipitation prog. I know it's on this page somewhere, folks. I'm sorry to be holding you up, but it's a contour I really want to show you. There it is. And let's go out to Wednesday. And basically, you're seeing how. Well, is that one? Okay, so let's take you out to Wednesday, 96 hours out. What are you noticing? You're noticing that you've got, again, a lot of warm air over our region. A new storm is developing out of the plains. Something we'll be watching as we go through time. I take you out to, that was Tuesday. This is actually Wednesday here. And what do you notice? That we've got the storm. Basically what's happening is you've got a weak Nurulon trough that's developing right in through here, and I can show you that. I just want to take you back to the 500 millibar pattern for just a second, so I can show you the Nurulon trough pretty well, because it's important to pick up on this. Troughing is usually involved with colder air and things like that, but in this case we're going to be talking about the trough involved enhancing precipitation. So let's go out to the time period, and let's go to Wednesday. And you notice how we do have a relatively weak trough forming right along a boundary back into here. So that means that you are talking about precipitation getting enhanced over those areas. That moves into New England. becomes a big player in our weather. Of course, by the time the storm ends up affecting us, it take you out to 144 hours. Thursday, storm's coming through. Actually, let's take you to Wednesday. Wednesday, first of all. Wednesday, storm basically comes through. Probably light rain for southern New England. Probably rain event no matter what for southern New England. And it's going to be in the 50s on Monday and Tuesday. So one thing I'm worried about is by the time the storm strikes on Wednesday from the west, there you can see it basically makes a track going through right like this. By the time the storm strikes us, by the time we get to Wednesday, what I'm worried about is the radial warming from Wednesday and or Tuesday and Monday. Is that still going to be around on Wednesday and ruin the storm for us, make it rain? It's possible, but the GFS says it won't happen, and it's going to be snow for most of northern and central New England. And oh, I skipped through time, and there you go. Here it heads offshore, and the whole time you're basically talking about another factor, another big player. A new storm behind this is also developing in the Gulf of Mexico. Keep an eye on that. And look, it goes through the mid-Atlantic like many of the storms we've seen so far this year. And you go through time, you go out to 244 hours. And the storm could be another storm that misses New England. But the GFS says not so fast. It brings the precip pretty far north. This by the time we get to Sunday of next week. Eastern Mass, maybe. Probably at this point it's way too early to say for the one coming up next weekend. But I think for the Wednesday, Thursday, March 10th through 13th storm, at this point the statistics look pretty good for at least some precip. That's actually pretty much for sure now. Will it be snow? Well, there's going to be plenty of radial warming from Monday and Tuesday, so that might kick out our temps for snowfall. But I think we do. But I mean, the general pattern is, warming trend continues through the next couple of weeks. Again, still looking at the potential for some storms in between, each general pattern like the one we've been talking about from March 10th through 13th. But I think the general pattern, again, going to be talking about warmer air coming in and hurricane season, only 90 days away. Never too early to prepare. Alright, that's it for now. See you guys later. It's Nick for the New England Weather Life.ning.com.